made it out of the mines. With Tobi and Celestar in tow. But they're not out of the woods, metaphorically, just yet. After all, there's a whole lot more people out there now who have a reason to fight against Kairos Pullman. You know, provided that there's law to be had. I guess it depends on what they're willing to risk to take on Pullman and Rot. You didn't think the story was going to end after only 10 episodes, did you? There are far more terrors out there in the dark, in the night, in the woods, and at the company. Why don't we continue on to the next arc of The Worst of Times?
Beaten and bruised.
Honestly, truly,
Yeah.
as all of the townspeople, because again, not a party yet, drag their beaten and bruised selves out of the mine, dragging quite seriously one unconscious bully enforcer out, dropped Faena off at the house, dropped Margaret and Social off at the jailhouse, and then went their separate ways. So you and Celestar came back to your place because it wasn't safe for Celestar to be at his. Mm-hmm. So, and as you arrive, lights off in the house. Walking in, you can light an oil lantern so that you can have some light. Mm-hmm. The enormous beam of wood that your father has set next to the door to barricade it when everyone is home or someone is home is still there. Do you bother with it?
I just look at it and I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm not going to put it on because my parents are not home.
Fair. Mm-hmm. In case they have to come home in a rush and throw the door open, of course. Yeah. Naturally.
Of course.
But Celestar, while your attention is to the beam and the lantern and everything, notice that Celestar has not really looked your way since you guys left the jailhouse.
Is everything okay?
I'm gonna 1v1 this.
Okay.
Not really. No. No.
What's on your mind?
Thinking real hard about how I put my life on the line for this town, and people who are close to me did too. And Kara's Pullman killed one of them, and rather than stand up to them and try to make it better to bring justice to them, you rolled over as soon as one of their cats from the big city showed up with a legal document and decided that suddenly it wasn't worth protecting this town anymore.
Is that what you really think that I did?
Is that not what you did? Is that not what happened? The auditor comes in, flashes a sheet of paper that says you get money if you lie.
It might be easier for you to just say no, but for me, I've almost died multiple times in the past few fucking days.
You're not the only one. Some of us also almost died. Some of us were dragged off into a mine. Out of our house.
Oh, and some of us went to go save their fucking friend and followed them and also got captured and was in that same fucking mine.
I appreciate the rescue, Tobi.
Do you?
I wish someone had rescued Sherman.
Oh my fucking god.
Got company?
I ignore him and I go to the door and I just swing it open.
A little bewildered by the speed at which the door just opened, you see Sheriff Kelly Baba in a ridiculously large coat, ridiculously large hat, trying very hard to be, it looks like, stealthy. It sees you. Hi, Miss Summerbeam, Tobi.
What the fuck are you wearing?
It's a disguise, so no one notices me.
Okay, sure.
What
do you want?
I understand that from what I heard that you have just gone through a very tense situation. I'm here to talk to Mr. Greenthorn and to take him into protective custody. If that's all right with him, because from what I understand, I heard about what happened in the mine, and I heard about what prompted it with the testimonials, and I'm trying to, I'm just, doing our part to make sure that justice comes to Sunburst Falls. So, if you wouldn't mind, Miss Celestar, and coming with me.
I turn to Celestar. I just look at him.
He says nothing. Walks out. Thank you. You have a good night. You might want to put like a stake on that cut. I'm gonna hope get some rest. I'm glad you're okay.
Take care of him. Because he's a fucking dumbass.
Right.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
And then before he can even finish that, I just close the door.
Okay. There's a moment where you see Celestar turn around to retort right before the door closes.
I just scream. And I let out literally every single frustration that I have with Celestar, that I've had with the past few days of dying, and then of almost dying, and seeing Dakota being almost dead, and seeing my parents be sad and worried for me multiple fucking times. I just let it all out.
The scream that erupts out of your throat singes your lips as fire erupts out, and there's a moment after, where it catches you, where as everything, all the emotion pours out, where you have to stop and process for a second, emotion plus fire, and realize that you have left a scorch mark about yay big along the front of the front door of your house.
Huh? And I just stand there, dazed and confused, for a few moments. And I'm like, I'm not dealing with that right now. I'll fix it later. And I just go to bed.
Okay. Sometime later, your father arrives.
Mm-hmm.
Quietly, the door opens. Door shuts. A beam is lowered down to ensure that it is locked and no one can break in. And absolutely silent as a ghost, moves through the house, sees that his daughter is home, safe, in bed.
Mm-hmm.
And he elects to let you sleep off whatever happened and check on you in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Archer. Aislinn Rott leads you into his study.
For the second time today.
The second time in 24 hours. Into his color-coded library. Billiard table, worse than it was before. Their glasses have been removed from the table, which leads you to believe that maybe this morning they weren't all his. But the decanter is significantly emptier. And as he sits there, gesturing with his coffee mug to you, he puts it down, gestures with the whiskey glass. Says, I'm all ears.
So, I just had a very interesting encounter today. But it got me some, I have some interesting news for you that might benefit us in the future. However, before I tell you, I'm going to need some assurances, some protection.
Against whom? Or from whom? I've had a very long day, Rhondo.
Against Social and those that Social works for.
I see. Archer, you are a valued member of the company. I can assure you that there is no reason for anyone to retaliate against you. You have done nothing to any member officially working for Pullman and Rott.
I don't just mean assurances for me, but I need assurances for other people.
I think you might need to give me a little more information.
Yes, so why don't I paint the picture for you so you understand what happened, but also something good happened from all that. I was making the rounds, giving my condolences to those who were injured near the factory. And by the time I got to Celestar's place, I noticed he wasn't home. Neither was his aunt, which is normal because she would be working at the mine at that time. But the back door was open. Kind of odd to just leave your door open. I walked inside just to call out. Hopefully everything's okay, but there was no one there, and there seemed to have been some type of disturbance. Obviously, that worried me.
Naturally.
So, following the tracks
Yes.
led into the forest that then led to one of the mines that we had closed. I continued walking in and proceeded to find Social holding Tobi, Summerbeam, over a pit with Celestar as well. There are other people that were involved, but I don't really want to give their names until I get insurances. I mentioned Tobi and Celestar because they were in danger. I then asked Social what was going on, and it seemed like those two's lives were in danger, so I had to get involved. And that ended with Social and her goons being knocked out, and I took two of Social and one of them to the sheriff because I could not turn a blind eye to that.
Rhondo, I applaud your duty to the people of Sunburst Falls, and it warms my heart to know that you have saved Miss Summerbeam and Mr. Greenthorn from an untimely and, it seems, unjust demise. I do not know what this has to do with the company, and I am waiting to hear the good news.
Okay, well, the funny thing is, walking through this mine that we had closed down because it was no longer effective anymore.
Yes.
What was interesting was when I came across vapors of an anthracite that were still potent.
Really?
Yes.
Which mine?
7?
Was it 7?
Okay.
Memory worked. Didn't have to look at notes.
Ooh, memory.
Roll for memory.
Yeah. Aha. Mine 7.
Really?
Yes. There's still
Interesting.
an anthracite there.
At least vapors. Worth investigating.
Yes.
Hopeful. Perhaps hopeful enough to speak to Auditor Dermot.
Exactly.
I like this plan.
Okay.
I like it a lot, Auditor.
I do too. We get to rebuild the factory if all goes well. But we could only do so if these people who are involved are protected.
I don't see the correlation. It seems that you have informed me that there is a tunnel that potentially you have discovered still has an anthracite, which I can send a team to investigate. Delightful.
Yes.
Whatever was going on with Social and her companions seems, while unfortunate, unrelated.
The relation there is if anything were to happen to the ones involved,
Yes?
I'm worried that the mine could collapse for one reason or another, removing our access to potential anthracite.
Are you attempting to imply that you would bring the mine down? Because it sounds to Ben like you are.
It's a little bit that. I'm gonna say whatever I can to make sure people stay alive.
I'm... two questions. Would you?
Archer has made some risky plays in the last 24 hours, especially the whole like lighting a match to maybe set us all on fire. That was him bluffing, but this, I think he is being a little bit more straightforward with Aislinn. Well, not obviously I'm implying everything. But
I will rephrase then. How confident is Archer in himself that he would blow up a mine?
oh, pretty confident. No one works there, so it's just like
Okay, in that
It's
case,
already
give
closed
me.
down. I mean,
It's already closed down. It already seems like the factory's gonna leave. So why? What am I doing?
I need an intimidation check.
Yeah.
You have got to beat a 14.
Okay. I'm gonna use my new set of dice I got from Powell Leather and Bead. It's on Etsy. You can find them there. And it's my little Archer Rhondo dice.
You're so cool.
Can you hold them up so we can see them against the case?
Yeah, do
yeah.
that.
Oh,
yeah.
The
Like,
case
they
is,
do
the
blend
case
into
is
the
very
case,
much the same color.
Yeah.
which is also cool.
Whee!
You're awesome.
The Rotocrosite dice.
That's awesome.
Which, if we haven't
That's-
discussed, is the stone that inspired Archer Rhondo.
So what do you want me to roll?
Intimidation.
Intimidation.
And I believe I said a 13.
You said a 13. Okay. So let's roll with that one.
Oh.
Intimidation will be a 10.
Forgot that you like just dumped all your stats into.
Charisma.
Yeah.
I mean, you are a pillar of the community.
Yeah, yeah. Go.
Archer. My concern is with reopening the mine. Is with finding an anthracite and getting the factory rebuilt. And keeping us all here prosperous. I am not one to get involved in matters of local justice. It is not my job, we'll say. However, you are asking for assurances from me and protections from me. Archer. I have never attacked someone in my life. And it seems that you are barking up the wrong tree. So, thank you for bringing me this information that hopefully will keep our town running. And I will immediately be putting together a team to investigate mine number 7 for new veins of anthracite that we have perhaps missed. However, if you are attempting to gain some leverage, I would suggest you look in another direction. Got me?
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah.
I just want to know if he has ever hurt someone in his life.
In his life?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
that was not what I was like. Yeah.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
21.
21. 21.
Oh.
21. Yeah, but not what he means.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely is talking about like, and to be fair, you've worked for Pullman and Rott for a long time. Aislinn likes to be liked. Aislinn's whole family, actually, like Solanine and Aislinn's children, all make a big show of being benefactors of the community. The violence and pressure, at least when able to avoid it, is not how they like to solve problems. It's not how Aislinn likes to handle things. Aislinn Rott likes to be liked. He likes to be the good boss, even though he's not. But he likes that persona and reputation. He does not throw his weight around, and he definitely does not threaten people to keep his company running if he can help it. The one who is known for that is Kairos Pullman.
Mm-hmm. Which I have no leverage on. Aislinn,
Yes.
I know how much this community means to you and how much you mean to the community by providing jobs and making sure people are fed and have a roof over their head.
Yes.
If people start finding out that not you, but other people in this company are strong arming, pressuring, and killing other members in this community, I don't know what the community will do. Sure, you might get approval from the higher-ups to rebuild, but what's the point of the factory if no one's going to work for this factory? You know how long I've worked here. You know how much I want this to work out. I'm doing this for the benefit of both of us, so that people stay alive and then the company keeps working.
Give me an insight check.
Okay. And that one's listed as yeah, that was not cocked. 7.
It's not. There's a reason Aislinn Rot is always smiling. And for maybe one of a handful of times the whole time you've known him, you see that smile freeze. Archer, I would invite the people of Sunburst Falls to find work elsewhere if they thought it was possible. I have zero intention of pushing back against the people. And I will not stand in the way of any justice you would like to find meted out. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Wonderful. In which case, I will see you in the morning as we attempt to clear out the factory and clear the railways. Good night, Archer.
Good night.
And he doesn't bother to see you out.
Yeah. I'll just leave.
Okay. About a few hours after everyone has gone to bed, and given how late everything went down, a few hours before the sun has come up, there's a followed by the small child's voice going, "Dad! Dad! There's someone at the door! Dad!
I wake up.
Dad! Dad! And then to which you hear Cliff's voice afterwards going, Dad! Dad, Kaya says there's someone at the door.
I get up and I just go, okay. I check the candle. How's the candle looking?
You have a good 4 to 6 hours before the candle is even set to go off, depending on how early you sent it.
Okay.
Dad!
I'm coming.
Dad, who is it?
Okay. I walk to the front door and open it.
With a dim, low-lit lantern, and a wide-brimmed hat and a cloak that's kind of like up here, as if they're trying really hard to be surreptitious, but they don't have a lot of practice at it, is Sheriff Kelly Baba.
What?
Sheriff Kelly?
Yeah, good morning. I know it is real early.
Yeah.
Can we talk?
Yeah, come on in.
All right. Comes in as you...
Want a coffee? I'm going to make myself some coffee.
That would be amazing. I've not had enough.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah, so closes the door. Do you light the lanterns in your house? Because currently he has his little one.
I mean, yeah, I could light... I'll light the one in the kitchen.
Fair.
And then draw the curtains.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Smart. Quiet. And careful. Right. I'm not
Kelly, what's going on?
I'm not used to this. I don't do this. This is simultaneously exciting and terrifying.
Kelly, what is going on?
So, Max informed me of what happened in the mines?
Yeah,
Terrible.
very bad.
Very bad. And, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I know socials, got a history. And Margaret and Jack. Is Jack dead?
We left
James. Sorry, is James dead?
We left James there. If he's smart, he won't move around until Max goes in with a search party.
Well, she's putting that plan together for the morning.
Yeah,
So
there wasn't we couldn't carry that many people out, and
okay.
James, unfortunately, we had to leave behind. But he should be fine, unless yeah, he should be fine.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Okay. So Max told me what happened.
Okay. On that, I'm gonna just look out our kitchen door to see if my kids are listening in.
Yeah, you look through and full on, like, Cliff is standing in the hallway like this, and Kaya is in his arms.
Both of you go to bed.
What's happening?
Grown-up stuff, go to bed.
I'm a grown-up. Kaya, I'm also a grown-up.
Neither of you are grown up. Go back to bed.
Like, he puts a hand over one of Kaya's ears because he's holding her with the other hand. He goes, will you tell me in the morning?
Clifford, go back to bed.
It's Cliff. Fine.
Their full name.
Takes Kaya back to bed.
And close the door. Yeah.
So we don't so there's a lot going on, and we're used to handling like drunkards, like
Sure.
yeah, like when if Robert gets too hammered at the Morning Glory, and so we've got to like put him away for a night to sleep it off. That makes sense. Like, that's the sort of thing. Or when there's an argument or someone's getting a little rough housing, we just gotta chill them out for a bit, and that's what we're used to handling. Like, there's never been like a murder case here. I mean, like, people have died, but it's normally not a big deal, and it doesn't get dealt with here because that's not we don't even have a lawyer in town. We don't have a single lawyer in town, which, now that I'm thinking about it, is probably like a bit of a fault on our part, but we don't have a judge, so like the lawyer would have to travel anyway. So it's not like it really, like, there's not a great system for Mayor Gamlin handles everything. Like, if there's an issue that actually requires like a legal mind, we've got Todrick Gamlin to handle everything, which has worked out fine in the like land disputes and whatnot, or like petty theft where it's just like we cool them off, and that's
so
all fine and
yes.
yeah.
Shorten it. Get to the point.
We don't have the capabilities to prosecute Social and Margaret and James for attempted murder. And more specifically, we don't have the capabilities to bring accusations against Kairos Pullman. I have made inquiries ahead of schedule, based on our conversation, that it looks like we will now have to move faster than those letters. There is a judge, Judge Yu, in Idolic, who I know has been insightful and informative and helpful in cases of prosecution against Pullman and Rot on behalf of smaller companies, or smaller towns, sorry, and often oversees some of the issues and cases that small towns such as ours don't have the ability to take to court. And I had written a letter earlier to Judge Yu to handle that, about coming and perhaps lending some of their legal and judicial knowledge to us for this. And then Social tried to kill Celestar Greenthorn, which is obviously a bigger issue. Or maybe not a bigger issue, but it certainly escalates our situation. And Kairos Pullman is still alive, obviously, and out and about.
Yes.
Archer. And he looks.
Yeah. Do you want any creamer in that coffee?
Nope.
Or any milk?
Nope. I'm good.
No sugar?
Nope. Archer. This is my jurisdiction, and I'm here, and I can't leave. You brought this up. You are a man of the people, and I need someone now, or, well, as soon as possible, to get Celestar Greenthorn to Idolic. To talk to Judge Yu, and because we currently have a single witness to Sherman Scrivener's murder, and so so I am, and he like fumbles for a second. I had it. Here you go. And he pulls out, and it is a tiny brass diamond with a bandit stamped on it. He goes, so I'm formally deputizing you. And he like puts it in your hand. Is a temporary deputization. I need you to grab 2 or 3 people that you trust who don't work for Pullman and Rot, and I need you to I'm deputizing you to take Celestar Greenthorn to Idolic. Do you accept this responsibility?
Is he like puffing up like
He's a good 14 inches shorter than you.
Right.
He's like, yeah, as big as he can.
I put the badge like on the table. I'm just like, wow. There's a lot to unpack to what you had just told me. So
Damn it, Archer.
so
Yeah,
much.
Right.
Okay, no judicial system.
I
no-
also legally cannot deputize you. That's Todrick Gamlin's job. However, this is like an informal responsibility
No, I get
thing you follow. Like,
Yeah.
I don't actually have that much power in this town.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
He would just agree anyways.
Yeah, probably. And I'm not going to wake him up. It's real early.
I feel like there's been the whole thing against Kairos. Like, I understand our avenues have been getting smaller and smaller, and this thing that happened with Social is like a whole other thing. Like, it gives us more power. Kelly, of course I'm going to say yes to this.
Great.
I'll get Celestar there. I'm gonna need you to make sure people are safe here.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely.
I just try to do anything I can to keep people alive, and all the protection, all the leverage I've been using just been falling to the wayside. But I need people I could trust, who I leave behind here, to look after. And I mean, and I'm gonna. I think we're in this together now. Just considering how you've put this get up together to hide, and so.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need you to keep the Crimmins family safe.
Yeah.
I need you to keep.
Crimmins family. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Faena was a witness to all that.
I am. Oh,
So-
yeah, but
I need you to keep my family safe.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, you're also not. Look, I know you're like pillar of the community, but I do want to
Sure,
know,
that's what
like, you're
people
not
say.
the only person in town who could look after people.
I.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's a community.
It is. Yeah. We're a community.
You're good.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it. Like, no, I promise. I won't let anything happen to your family.
Okay.
Or the Crimmins family.
Okay. Or the Summerbeams.
Or the Summerbeams.
Got it. Good.
You got it. No, that's... Yeah. No, nothing's gonna happen to the Summerbeams. You got that.
Okay.
No, but it's... Don't worry. Plus, I mean, we got Daiquiri and Max. Like...
Yeah. Good. Okay. I need to talk to my family.
Right.
Get that squared away.
But
and find
we
a
gotta-
few more people.
we gotta move.
I get it.
Doug.
Yeah.
So, I'm letting you know. I didn't just come here to deputize you. It's your choice, but you got 2 routes. You can take the train,
Yeah.
or we got a wagon for you.
Okay.
We got a crawling wagon, or sorry, we got a climbing wagon,
Climbing wagon. Yeah.
and we got the train. One of them's gonna be longer, because if you take the climbing wagon, it's gonna take forever.
I know.
But you can choose your route, and maybe it's safer, or at least harder to follow. But if you take the train, it's faster, and you don't have to go through the woods.
Okay.
Like, if you don't have to go through the Duende Forest, that's going to be easier for you.
Yeah.
But you still got to worry about, like, they can follow you if you're on the train.
They.
I don't know what Pulmonar Rot's up to.
Yeah, that's a good point. Do I need to tell you the route I want to take right now, or
No.
can
You can talk
Okay,
about it, figure it
okay,
out. But
yeah.
but I got both of them set up for you.
Okay.
Well, I didn't set up the train. It's just coming in the morning as soon as. But honestly, we've been moving all night.
Okay.
We, not me. They've been working all night at the factory.
Yeah.
And that thing, if that thing's not cleared by the afternoon, I'll be shocked. They've been pushing.
I know.
And also, they got the wizards involved, and some of them are doing some weird stuff. But it's moving. But it's moving rocks.
Who else? I know Kairos isn't in custody. Is Social and her people still in custody?
Yeah, we didn't let them out.
Okay, no, I wasn't sure because we don't have jurisdiction to prosecute.
Oh, I
them.
can still arrest people and leave them in jail overnight, like Robert. When you drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no one's gonna make a fuss about Robert. People might make a fuss about Social.
No one's making a fuss about Social. If I put Social behind bars, the only one who's going to make a fuss is Kairos Pullman, and they're not going to come after me before morning.
Okay. Great.
No one's even seen Kairos Pullman since the Germaning.
I have no idea where they are.
Exactly.
Great.
Wait, should we be worried about that?
Yes.
I just assumed they were at home.
Listen, Kairos has something going about them. I don't know if you've heard what happened to Dakota.
What happened to Dakota?
Dakota is up in the hospital from some type of blood poisoning that had to deal with Kairos.
Immediately, like, immediately, Sheriff Kelly starts checking the windows, like looking through, like.
Yeah, no, something happened inside his blood. Then Dakota, just tried to heal him and went completely the opposite direction. So that's what I'm worried about. I don't think they're gonna come for Dakota just because of how worse he's getting.
Mm-hmm.
So you might not have to look after him, but I certainly hope to get Dakota's help soon. But yeah, Kairos has other things about them.
All right, we'll keep an eye out.
Yeah.
No, no, I got this town. You worry about Celestar. You get Greenthorn
Yeah.
to Idolic
Okay.
to judge you, to do the whole affidavit
Yeah.
deal, and the testimony. You do that. I will make sure this town is safe. Maybe we got wizards too. No, we just got Atticus. He likes us.
Oh yeah.
Atticus. Maybe I can convince Atticus to do the rounds.
Great. Whatever you can. Yeah, I believe in you.
I don't know what he does. He's a communications wizard.
Communication's good.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But think he can like shoot like lightning?
No, maybe not, but at the very least, he could like be annoying in their head. Why is that how it works? Is it
I don't know how magic works.
not either?
I literally watched a man like turn rocks and concrete and steel cable into a person, and it walked off out of the route.
Like today?
Yeah,
What?
it was super weird. But again, it's great. Factory will be clear. The factory will like the rubble cleared from the railway by I swear afternoon, which is great because that means the train can go.
Yeah.
If you want to take the train,
Let me think about it.
you let me know.
Yeah.
Find. Don't come to the jailhouse.
I was gonna ask you, like, where do you want me to meet you?
I'm gonna have Dacry and Max watch the jailhouse.
Yeah.
You come to. Just come to my place. I don't actually know where else to meet.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let me. What time?
What time is it right now? Jesus.
It's like a few hours past midnight.
Let me call this.
By the demiurge.
By the
We're
demiurge.
so bad at this.
Needs to be done quick.
Just meet like mid-morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Noon.
Gives you
Sounds
time.
good.
You can talk to noon.
Isn't that mid-morning? I'm sorry.
Mid-morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like mid-morning. I'll make sure that if you want to take the wagon, it's ready, and if you're gonna take the train, we'll figure out how to get Celestar on it
Got it.
quietly.
Yeah.
Okay. Celestar is at my place right now.
Okay. Good to know.
Cool. All right.
Okay.
All right.
I take the badge and just put it in my pocket.
Yeah, I see. All right. Lights his lantern,
Yeah.
or like pulls the lantern back up. All right. I'll see you in a few hours.
Before he heads out, I just like take his shoulder and I like shake his hand like, Kelly,
Yeah.
you're a good man.
Thanks, Rhondo. You too.
Thank you.
You too.
All right. You be careful.
Yeah. You too.
No
Heads
pillar
out.
of the community.
Close the door. Lock it. Oh, shit. Okay.
When morning comes to Sunburst Falls, the next day, it is already busy because there have been people working at the factory throughout the night to clear the rubble. Organized by Archer and the other foremen to get things moving so that the train can continue. Because only about an hour after the sun rises, the train comes barreling through the town. The whistle can be heard throughout the entire town and then very loudly the brakes as the train comes to an earlier stop than it is accustomed to doing.
Oh man, someone should have just been down the tracks, been like, no, stop.
I mean, they were, but it's still earlier than expected. As the train pulls, but the rumbling and the whistle as it comes through, warning everyone, don't be on the tracks, train's actually coming through at this time, wakes up Faedan. And probably Faedan's new roommate, actually, now that I think about it, given how loud it is.
Ah, what is that?
It's a train.
What's that?
It's what carries supplies into town. Everything else. It's really loud.
Yeah,
I feel like we just went to sleep.
I think we did.
Well, we're awake now.
River just starts silently folding every like little tiny mini blanket like in a pillow in a perfect little stack in the corner.
And Faedan watches. Just watches.
Faedan, you normally wait until the mail comes, but you do have books coming on this train.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You do not have to go get them. I'm just
well-
informing you that the train is coming in, and you know that
But
there's
that was-
issues with the train.
That was literally my first thought, is that, like, if the train didn't make it, I have to go pick up my books from the mine, or from the factory at least. Okay. Well, how was your day yesterday? Because I would love some good news.
Someone is trying to help Dakota not die. I don't know how well it's going.
Oh. So it's the same as it was, pretty much.
It's worse, but it might have been more worse.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
They're gonna try, I think I told you, but they're gonna try and put him on the train, which makes a little more sense now.
That does make sense.
He said something about going, if they can go forward, it'll be faster, but if they can't go forward, they have to go backwards, which is longer.
Yeah, well, yeah, because if the train can't go where it needs to go, then there's rubble blocking the track,
Oh.
so the train can't go through town the way that it, because of the factory explosion and all of that stuff. So if it gets fixed, then they can probably take him where they need him.
River has no idea what you're talking about,
Okay.
but okay. Is agreeing anyway.
Should we go see if he's ready to go?
Yeah, I think I left your bowl there.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh,
I've got
You
bowls.
told me to bring it back.
I know, but
Okay.
it's
We can go get it.
Yeah, we can go see him and see if,
Okay.
because he might need to get to the train, and then we can. Sorry, I'm all out of sorts. This is a loud. I just woke up. I just went to sleep. I had a fight last night, and I have not had a fight in a long time. The closest thing I've come to a fight is yelling at Jeremiah about something. Which is all vocal. He's not.
Okay, but you were fighting and you're okay?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
I'm fine. I'm just,
That's all
a
that
little
matters, right?
little more sore than I expected to be,
By the way, how am I feeling?
Bad. You do not feel good.
Okay.
You feel normal levels of bad, but you still feel in pain and discomfort. That's like you slept on a pad in the corner.
I assumed it was on a blanket.
like a
blanket.
crumpled up blanket.
Yeah,
little
not-
pallet kind of thing.
Okay. You have the normal like stiff back, pain from sleeping effectively on a hard flat surface, and you're still a little cold.
Okay.
After everyone sat around and had soup or stew together, like you started to feel a little better, but you still feel kind of chilly.
Okay. Cool.
But not like you got in a fight.
All right.
Other people feel worse.
Fair. So as we're getting ready to go, I'm going to go into the bathroom. And is there a mirror in the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay. And you mentioned that I noticed that my bruises were kind of moving around.
Yes.
Are they still kind of different than they were yesterday or the day
not
before?
super obvious. It's not a dramatic change in the coloration. But yeah, it's different.
Are the scars moving too, or are the scars stationary?
Scars do not
Scars
move.
are no- Okay.
The scars are where they are.
Okay.
But the bruising pattern looks like it's healing in some places. And give me a medicine check.
Absolutely.
The DC on this is 15.
15.
Beautiful.
Plus whatever my medicine bonus is.
Yeah, well, for your medicine bonus as well, let me put it this way. You looking at your own skin in the mirror can see that it looks like the old bruises are healing. And it's not like, I want to clarify, it does not look like the injuries are moving. It looks like old bruises are healing and constantly new bruises are occurring.
Is there anything that I can use to write around that
In
I can
general?
find? Yeah.
I think you had a pencil.
Anything other than a pencil, because I can't write on my skin with a pencil.
That is a Faedan question. If there would, whatever, I don't know if there's something in a bathroom that you could
or
write
like
with, but
around the house or anything. Yeah.
it's years ago. I don't know. No, you're right. I don't know, but
Is there like a charcoal somewhere?
There is a charcoal pen that my wife used to use for her eyebrows that I sometimes use for the white hairs in my eyebrows now. So
We love
yes.
we love a non-toxically masculine man. I am going to take that little charcoal pen and find one of the new bruises and outline it
okay.
lightly to hope, because I'm trying to figure out what's causing the bruises, how fast they're moving, what's going on with them.
Totally.
So that's my, I'm gonna just like one of them in one spot, just to see if I can
Absolutely.
track it a little better.
That works.
Yeah.
And while they're in the bathroom doing all of that, I am just stretching because everything hurts. There was a lot more.
Faedan, what's your HP at?
Oh.
Remind me?
I wrote it down and then I scribbled it out.
Oh no.
But I have 8, and I think I had.
Because I remember you got the shit kicked out of you.
Yeah.
And I literally scribbled it out right before we started. Because I took 2, and then I took another 2, I think.
Okay,
right?
we can check the notes.
Okay.
In between episodes, because you, one, you definitely did not get a long rest. But that's good to keep track of. Because in the worst of times, we're all going to heal at a more natural rate than D&D healing, and so you will get to roll your 1-hit die on when you get a long rest to try to recover. Until you get a long rest, you are there.
Okay.
Lovely.
Yup.
So yeah, I'm just stretching off whatever little sleep I got and just trying to re-energize myself because we gotta walk to the hospital.
I definitely think you actively hear my stomach growl, but I don't say anything. This is a.
Should we? Do you want to eat?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I fix up some stew from the night before.
Which I am watching like a hawk. I'm like, oh, how do you do this thing?
Just
Fire.
heating it on the stove, just enough for 2 bowls and a quick bite, and we
Head out.
scarf it down and head out.
Okay. I mean, it's a wood stove, so it's a quick bite is
Right.
relative to time period, but valid. Yes, absolutely.
Fire.
Yeah, and I guess you saw the Criminds cooking.
Yeah, but I
so
didn't get to like watch it.
that's fair.
I'm nosy. I want to learn everything.
And so are you guys heading to the train station then? Or where are you heading? You said
Heading to
The doctor's office.
Dakota.
Oh, to Dakota. Okay,
Yes.
great. Yeah, it's you push through town, and the closer you get to Dr. Cad's office and the rubble that was the factory, the closer, like the busier it gets. As you see, there are lots of people who worked in the factory who are now clearing out the destruction and all the debris and detritus, and it's a lot. There's a lot of people actually moving a lot of things, and as you're walking, you see like people with wheelbarrows and mine carts. The mine carts are on tracks, and so you see like they're actually like just loading the mine carts up with like concrete and steel and rolling it 50 feet away, and then just dumping the mine carts and putting them back on the tracks, because the goal is just to clear the railroad.
Right.
So as you're moving on, and there, like between you and between the factory and Dr. Cad's office, along the railroad, cutting your path off, though you can go around it. But for the River's never seen this before, is the train. What you're looking at, River, looks like hell. It is a warped and warped and twisted and crazed looking structure of steel and wood that gives off the aesthetic of something someone had designed in their nightmares. Black smoke belches from several chimneys was the best word maybe the river would be able to throw together for it. The smokestacks just dotting that, especially the front locomotive, which has just it it is made of metal. It looks like one of those drip sand castles where everything has been melted and re-solidified, and it smells awful. It gives you a horrible vibe as you walk up to it, and it looks nightmarish. The further you get from the locomotive, the less twisted things are. 1, 2, 3 cars down, things start to chill. Things start to look more structured, more like they were built. 4, 5, 6, and by the time you reach the last half of the train, which is a good 30 cars, by the time you get halfway through, everything just looks like metal and wooden boxes on wheels. That some of them have doors, sliding doors, some of them have windows and look like there are passengers inside. There are people all around running up, townsfolk running up and offloading things because that from the train that look like are normal everyday procedures. But you, Faedan, know that the train station is on the other side of the factory. And so they can't get to it to do the normal offloading. So you see Ms. June, the elderly male woman, walking up and like loading things up. She's like this like older orcish woman who has a perpetual frown, who's like unloading packages and like barking at younger folks who she seems to have employed solely for offloading at this time. And other people who are like, there's a few people from the Morning Glory offloading kegs and casks of beer and wine and whatnot, and grain and all the things that people like need to ship into town, because you are a small mining town where the main thing that you guys make is anthracite and lumber, and so anything else that you guys need in large quantities you have to get from the train. And on the other side of this throng of people and railway is Dr. Cad's office. Just curious, do you go around or do you just go between the cars?
Just between the cars.
Just climbing up over them. Yeah, and through. The smell is terrible. It is an acrid chemical smell that burns your nose.
River started slowing down and like, it was 5 feet, then 10 feet between him and Faedan and River, and then it was 20 feet, and then about 30 feet from the train, when Faedan hops over, I'm just frozen. Like, what is this thing? I don't like it. I don't want to get closer. My eyes hurt from the smell.
And I stop halfway over. Are you okay? Do you want to... You've never seen a train before. Okay.
Where? Between locomotive to caboose. Where are you crossing?
I was thinking like 2 cars back from the locomotive.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, hot, filthy.
Yeah.
Okay. I step down and...
No, keep talking.
I step down, walk my way back to to where River is. Like, okay. The locomotive part of this, that's the big
breathing part.
The breathing part, yes. That is the scary part. I get it. The rest of this, it's boxes on wheels.
And Faedan, you know it didn't always look like that. It's been over time. It's changed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boxes on wheels.
Yeah. And it won't move anywhere until the locomotive part goes. There's weird twisted metal. I get it. It over time it's changed shape, but it's just
boxes on wheels.
It's It's a big metal horse. Okay? Just think of it as a
Have I
big
seen
metal
a horse?
No.
Just blank
You've seen
stare.
chickens.
a big metal chickakeen. How about that?
Do I know what the chickens are called?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I always have to
No,
ask
no.
when I know.
I'm giving that was fair enough a conversation
Okay.
between now and then that you've had.
Okay.
It's like a bunch of them tied together. When you wouldn't want to go near a whole bunch of those guys anyway. You know, a bunch of chickakeens tied together. They don't.
Yeah.
They might kick. They might.
It's gonna kick me.
No. Okay. It's gonna be fine. We can go around. Do you want to go around?
Puffs their chest up like, no. Let's go.
All right.
Still goes behind you.
I lead them one or two more cars back.
Fair. Okay.
One or two more cars back and cross, so it's a little bit
And like,
less scary.
during the actual crossing, I just am doing that thing where you're like running from someone in the dark. We're like, ha, 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 go. Okay. Then I puff my chest up again and go, I'm fine.
And we make our way towards the office.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot quieter than it was yesterday when you were here. It's very early in the morning. No one's showing up with new injuries, so it's pretty relaxed. And the door is closed, and because they're not technically open at this hour, but you can go in, or you can it's not locked. You're easily able to go in because they have visitors at all hours. It's not a professional hospital, so they're not stopping people from coming in to talk to folks.
Right.
You do, however, walk in and hear, as you walk past the main office. No, just 10 more minutes, please.
Hello.
What?
Faedan, was hoping to see Dakota before. We heard he might be taking the train today, so we wanted to.
And a closed door that you heard this from that has like a glass pane and a curtain. These long, how do I phrase this? Patch-colored brown fingers pull it away, and you guys see a long person who just everything about his features, it looks kind of stretched and carved from wood grain. Opens. You can see like a thin crown of what looks like moss almost, with like some it's like been like brushed up to cover a bald head that's like covered with like knots and like pockmarks from like years of wear and tear. Looks out, these bright green eyes, just kind of like very like alert, like and as the window pulls out, Dr. Cad looks at you all and looks at you guys and goes, right, you're here to see Dakota. That's fine, yes. You know what room he's in?
Yeah, we were here yesterday. So
Great.
2 days ago. Okay.
Yes, go on in. We open in an hour anyway, so visiting hours for an hour, I guess. Yes. Okay. And he closes the curtain.
Is that guy a tree?
Don't say
Okay,
it too
sorry.
loud. But yes.
That's so cool.
It is kind of cool, actually. We make our way back to Dakota's room.
Mm-hmm.
Door open?
The door's open.
Okay.
There's already people moving inside, and you walk in and you see dressed a bit differently than she was yesterday, in what looks like a quilted pink suit, pants, and a matching jacket that is buttoned up real high with a high collar. With wild embroidery choices across the whole thing. Short cropped platinum blonde hair, iron grip Drew turns and sees you guys, goes, hey, you guys. You see she is doing something with trying to keep a pig from moving. It's a full-grown pig as it's like shuffling back and forth, and Dakota is on the bed just watching everything. He looks awful. like the veins are all visibly upraised, and his face is like not like when he dropped the disguise on his own self, but rather like his cheeks are sallow and like worn in. And every time he breathes, you watch a little bit of black smoke. It like shoots out of his mouth. He goes, Faedan,
Yep.
River, have you met my doctor? Ollie. And just Drew's like struggling to keep the pig from like running around. Like, stop it, stop. Like just with one hand on the back of the pig's neck is holding it in place as it's like scrabbling.
I'm gonna look around and see if I can find Nakata anywhere.
Nakata is not in the room. It's a small room. You'd see him.
Okay, I'm gonna like peek outside, just like be like, oh, I thought that he would be here. Where
No
is
sign
he?
of him.
Oh. So the pig is your doctor?
This is Ollie. He is my medical specialist. Yes. He will, and you see a bunch of tubes running from Dakota's veins, like the ones you saw attached to Nakata, where he is, and you see Drew is like trying to stab them into the pig.
I'm gonna walk up and try and help hold the pig.
It's like, right. Just grab his back, grab his hind legs. Yeah, great.
Okay.
Pig. Can't move. Like, calm down. I swear. Then the pig, like, once you've got the pig by the legs, it starts like. And Faedan, you see, because you're in front of the pig, it's just looking for its moment. It's just like eyes are.
What's gonna happen next? So I'm gonna walk up and help as much as I can. Try to calm the pig down, making eye contact.
Give me an animal handling
Oh my
check.
god! Can I give it?
Yeah,
give the help?
you can help. You can give
Okay.
the help action.
Advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Not great. 9.
But advantage rolling.
Oh, okay.
That.
14.
14?
Yeah.
-1 on animal. Oh god damn! Never let you touch an
I
animal.
love where you guys placed your negative ones.
Yep.
But 14's still not bad, and like you're like okay, it's okay, and the pig's like. Looks back at Drew. Looks back at you.
This pig's insightful.
It's waiting. It's relaxed. It still doesn't trust this, but it's chilled out.
Dr. Pig.
It's at least not fighting you.
Thank you, Dr. Pig.
So his name's Ollie.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Dr. Ollie Pig.
Yeah, that's close enough, I suppose.
It's close, yeah.
So this is gonna fix everything, right?
You're doing
This
the same
is-
thing that you did with Nakata yesterday.
Did you meet Nakata?
Yeah, he was really nice. I came by
Yeah,
when you were asleep.
they're great.
I came by while you were asleep.
Yes. Oh. All right.
I brought you food, but you were asleep.
It's all
So,
good. Not
sorry.
worried about it. Yeah, no. And Dakota speaks up. Is like, this is not going to save my life. It's if you met Nakata, you saw what we're doing. We're extending a timeline here by attempting to spread the illness through Ollie. He made a memorable sacrifice. Unless we figure out a cure for him, in which case I'd love to save his life. We'll see how it goes. But Nakata can't travel as far as Ollie can, so we're going to get. I don't know if anyone told you, but we're leaving.
Yeah. But that's what River said. You might be taking the train, so we came up to see.
Hopefully, up to Idolic, actually, because that's the next major metropolis. If we don't get the railroad cleared in time, we're going back to Zhandu, and I don't want to go back to Zhandu.
Right.
It's a long trip, and Ollie's a stalwart companion, but I don't know he'll make it that long.
You know, there was a. If the investigation's still ongoing, there was a portal that was opened by Pullman and Rod. At
Where?
the factory.
Where?
The rubble of the factory. It's just right there.
Have you seen this? And Drew's like, no, but I've just been walking back between like the cot and you.
So, I mean, that might.
Where's it go?
I don't remember where it goes.
You want to give me a history check real quick? It was yesterday, but
Yeah,
given
but-
you aren't familiar with Jandu, I can let you roll for it.
4.
4, Jandu.
Yeah. Okay. Jandu.
Yeah.
It goes to Jandu. I know that,
I'd rather go somewhere else, but
it's right there. You could just walk in.
Drew. And Drew full on is just like, I'll be right back. Give me, you guys staying right here? Stay right here. Watch the pig.
I replace her as holding.
And I'm just staring at the pig because I was told to watch the pig. Like,
Yeah, watch the pig. And Drew heads out. In a fast for a woman of her size and build, woo, out that door. He's like, that would be honestly very helpful. Didn't know there was a door opened.
Well, yeah, Archer and I just found it.
Why? Do you know why it's open? They don't. I'm assuming it's Pullman and Roth. They don't open those things for nothing.
There was a
They're expensive.
auditor that came through, and they were holding it open for the auditor to do their job. And
This is about the explosion.
yeah,
Interesting.
so I don't know how long it's going to be open. I don't know if the investigation's still ongoing.
Did they say which auditor?
Dermot?
Okay. Auditor Dermot does not show up for every small business misuse.
Ah,
They should. It's the Black and Greens. But I'm just saying, if it had been Sherman who had blown up the factory, they wouldn't. Dermot wouldn't have been the one who showed up. Which is good that they're taking it seriously. She is very thorough.
she seems nice. I mean, for an
She's
auditor
not.
from she seems cool.
She's
That's-
effective. She is cool. Nice and cool are not the same thing.
no, okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Yes.
do I know her? That's
Have you
whatever.
seen a blue woman running around?
No, but that's cool. Is she pretty?
I mean, yes, but
Oh, I see why you like her.
dangerous.
It's not. I wasn't saying that.
Oh, you said you
she
said
just
she
seemed.
was cool.
She seemed cool, and
Oh,
I thought she might want to. She could come to
I'm
the
already
bar,
back to bonding with the pig.
and I just invited her to the bar because I thought she wanted to have a. She's here, and she doesn't know anyone in town. I don't.
Faedan,
Yeah.
friend to friend.
Yes.
Be careful
Okay.
around Auditor Dermot.
Oh, I've only seen her once. It's
She's friend to friend. Pullman and Rot does not deploy auditors carelessly, and they do not hire anyone to be an auditor. And anyone who bears that title is intelligent, strategic, and dangerous. Because keep in mind, she works for Pullman and Rot, which it's a good job, but it's not a good company.
Right.
And her job is to ensure the company's benefit.
right, and I'm offering hospitality. That's all I was trying.
Like a good bartender.
Yes.
I
Exactly.
totally get it. I applaud you,
Hmm.
and but I want to be clear, because I care about you as a friend. Don't try to outsmart a Pullman and Rot auditor.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I know that there's been a lot of picking sides in the last 48 hours, and I don't want you to think that you can pick a side easily, especially when Kyrus Pullman and Auditor Dermot are involved. Or even Aislinn Rot, for that matter. The company is... It's easy to think, living in a small town, that everything's going to be very cut and dry and a little silly and goofy, but the Black and Greens are involved. Pullman and Rot does not play. Even we get lax here because Sunburst Falls is a nice, quaint town, but this is a... I was going to say force of nature, but that's literally the opposite of what Pullman and Rot is. It is a force of industry and malicious intent with the purpose of gaining there as much as possible. And I would be very upset to see you on the wrong side of their wand.
Fair. Understood.
That being said, yes, she's very pretty.
Okay.
I've just been bonding with the pig. Trying to calm it down. The pig and I are now friends.
Why do you look like shit? Did you get... You've got a massive bruise, like right here.
Okay. Archer and I, with Faena, of all people.
Crimmins?
Crimmins. Faena Crimmins.
Go on.
We followed Social into one of the mines because they had taken Tobi and Celestar, and they were
Where's Social now?
in jail.
Really?
Yeah. So I look like this because we fought Social and her goons. And we won. Obviously, I'm standing. She's in jail. So
Great. I'm really... Smoke and blood like shoots out from between his fingers as he tries to cover his mouth. Very proud of you. Nice job. Use that wand?
no,
I'm more impressed.
it was all fists.
Well done.
Well,
Didn't expect it.
threw my weight around a little bit, I guess. But
Good.
For Artemis's notes, because I genuinely don't remember. Did you tell me that you'd fought them? I know that you were like. What did you tell me the night before? I forgot. When you came back.
what did I tell you the night before?
Yeah.
I don't tell you anything.
Yeah, I didn't think you told me anything, but I wanted to make sure.
All I told you was this morning that I had a fight last night.
Yeah,
That's it.
And I was like, okay, yeah, fine, okay. Sorry.
Also, anytime we like skip time a bit, you guys can say we covered it.
But did you though? Because I want to. Did we cover it or no?
All I said was there was a fight last night with Archer.
I just wanted
think,
to
was there.
check
Yeah.
if we'd cover it because I'm sorry. Wait, what happened with Faena?
There was when I
So there was a fight, but
okay, the fight
Faena
that
was
I
there?
had, yes, she fought. I was surprised, but she fought, and she did well.
Who did Faena fight? And wait, she's okay.
She's
Is she
okay. She's okay. I think she's the most okay of all of us, actually.
Yeah, she's Faena.
Yeah. Well. So
Okay.
she's okay. We can go see her next.
Can we please?
Yes. We will go see her next. Let's see Dakota off.
Oh, I'm not getting on that train for a few more hours.
Well,
Okay.
I just wanted to.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just they gotta offload everything before I can even get on it.
Right.
So
But I.
yeah, you can
If
stick
you can-
around.
It's not.
So
we can leave, and I just
we
wanted
can
to
come back.
we can
if
come
you're not
back.
leaving it.
Right. Well, we
po-
can't leave until the train's ready to go anyway.
Right.
So
But I just wanted to see you and make sure that you were.
yeah, I got Ollie.
So wait, it's you and Ollie, good Ollie, and Drew and Nakata's not going.
No, Nakata's coming. But if Nakata stayed, you met Nakata last night? Is that what I
Yeah,
heard?
They're
Okay.
really nice
They are.
and really smart.
Nakata is, and they're very old. They come with age. The smarts. Nakata could not stay hooked up to this
Right.
for very long.
Right.
It was already having an adverse effect. And granted, that could be because they are as old as the sun is. But we figured that Ollie probably stood a better chance of getting me to the next town. And about that time, yeah, the door opens up and Drew goes, yeah, there's a fucking doorway to pulley in there. Who the fuck? They just opened one up to send an auditor through.
It's a big deal. Obviously, an explosion in the factory.
Yeah.
Black and greens.
Yeah, we're packing him up right now.
Are we going
All
to
right.
Pulley right now?
But we're going to pulley right now.
Oh,
We're gonna go see. We're not going. We can't go with them anyway.
yeah. Sorry, I got
I mean, we can, but I don't think we want
I
to.
want to see the door thing.
Oh.
Well, we're going now. And there's a moment where like Dakota like starts to like get up and just like, no, you sit your fucking ass down. And she snaps her fingers, and when she snaps her fingers, it's a little like a snare drum. Like just the sound of it, because her fingers are like that thick around. And 3 more guys like walk in, and like, I already cleared it with Cad. And they like grab the bed. And they're like,
Yeah.
like, we're not waiting for this. This is too important. Let's go. And they grab the bed and start walking, and Drew picks up the pig and puts it on her shoulder. It is a full-size pig. It is a grown-ass hog. Yeah. Drew is 5'2", so it looks odd as you watch her pick up the pig and shoulder it. And there's a moment of and then the pig just doesn't move.
Yeah, don't fight that.
Yeah, terrified. As they all, you watch as they like carry, like, and Dakota like stops for a moment and goes, bye.
Bye. But
You come, no, you just follow.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, as much as we can.
Yeah.
Look like they're in
I'm
a
following
hurry.
and just like petting the
It's-
pig's nose.
By the way, the bed is wider than the doors. So there's one like 4 guys. One of them just like puts a hand on Dakota to stabilize him, and they tilt the bed to get through. And he goes, no. Just like, but again, like as he's like struggling, like he doesn't have a lot of strength, and he's like, they're holding him in place. He can't hold himself up, and more smoke is coming out of his mouth. And you all can see like blood circulating through the tubes to the pig that Drew is carrying next to the bed, and back as they carry it out of the, and you hear it through the closed door, bye Dakota, from Dr. Cad's office, as they carry him out and pass, and people are looking, everyone's watching as they are kind of, what are those things called that the royalty used to be carried on?
Oh yeah.
I'm all sad. I'm like, oh yes, it's a funeral. They're
No.
carrying him like a casket.
It's like those. It's like those royal carry
Yeah,
things that
I
I
know what
forget
you're
the name
talking
of at this exact moment.
Shut up.
No, it's very much not that. It's
Yeah.
but as they the four guys carry Dakota's bed out. Drew is carrying Ollie the pig. As they walk by and through, like, past the factory, and all the people are like looking up and like, what is happening? Everyone's eyes are going to this situation as they walk kind of like awkwardly up to the train, and just kind of like realizing they can't get through the train cars the way you did, cut a path in front of the locomotive. Carrying everything through, you, Faedan, like, see tons of town people you're used to working in the factory. You also see several like wizards that you recognize who work in the company, like stopping and like looking, and it's kind of easy to actually tell the wizards from the regular townspeople. A lot of them aren't furbolgs, aren't humans. They are people from other nations who came here to work at the factory. A lot of them, and you would see this too, a lot of them have war scars. Like there are people missing limbs, a lot of the wizards. A lot of them have like very clear battle scars on their faces. They're also dressed a lot differently than how the normal like Henleys and work shirts and suspenders. That like these look like folks who don't do a lot of manual labor, but they're here to help clear the factory. You do see one person who's about like 10 or 11 feet tall, who looks to have been cobbled together from concrete and steel and cording and cables, who doesn't stop working and just keeps working. But that's new and weird to you. As you guys are walking, but like everyone's kind of like, all the wizards stop to like watch Dakota and Drew move forward. And there's a kind of a quiet round of, bud, Dakota. This is everyone who works in that department like clearly knows what's going on. There's maybe 30 or 40 of them. And clearly like word spread fast, and they all kind of know each other because again, they all lived at the factory. So as they're all passing through, you all walk in front of the locomotive. And carrying is you guys are like trailing behind everyone walking past towards where you saw the gate was. River, your focus is on this and everything that's going on because this is all very new to you. You do, as you're passing the locomotive here, and then you keep walking.
Emotional support pig. Emotional support pig.
And come around the debris and the rubble, and you see now, second time, first time, cables and concrete and all this rubble has been pulled up into an enormous circle that's, I think I said, like 7 or 8 feet wide. And as they come around, sure enough, through it, you see a bustling, if grimy and kind of overly dense metropolis of like stone buildings and lots of people who the only person you have to compare, they look like Tobi's mom. Yep. And as they're walking, you would see, as everyone's walking up, suddenly the young orcish man that you met yesterday, Chi, immediately steps up, seeing Drew walking and Dakota and everyone walking toward. He steps in and goes, "Whoa, I'm so sorry. There's no entry for anyone other than Autodermit to come through here." And Dakota like just starts coughing. Smoke comes billowing out, and Drew goes, "Hi, I'm Iron Grip Drew. I represent Pullman and Rot." And she goes to shake her hand, and she grabs it and squeezes it until She goes, "Hey, we need a medical facility, and we're gonna come through now. You got this?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "We do work for Pullman and Rot, so we know where we're going." And she just walks through, and as she goes, she doesn't let go and just carries him with her. And they carry Dakota off, and he like turns back. She goes, "I'll be back."
All right.
Hi, Dakota.
I'll have a shot of whiskey for you when you're back.
"I like it. Good. Mail me my things." And just leaves. And they walk off into Pulley. All of them through the door.
All right.
You did it.
I think so.
You did it.
I then like go around like behind the portal thing.
You see Sunburst Falls.
Like,
On the other side, you just see Sunburst Falls.
I'm confused.
Yeah, I haven't seen one of these either. So, but it's cool.
So you're also confused.
It's
So that's normal that I'm confused.
yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Great. All right. That's fine.
Well, things seem to finally be looking up for Archer and the rest of the town as, a disastrous few days, but there's finally hope, a light at the end of the tunnel, justice for Sherman Scrivener, provided that nothing goes wrong on the train, or in the hills, in the mountains, the Duende Forest. And Faedan got Dakota out to safety, to medical attention, which honestly took me by surprise, but we all love Dakota, so he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Everything's going to be fine. There's hope and justice. Our crew, our faithful townspeople, will head off into the sunset, bringing a happy ending to Sunburst Falls. And what could go wrong? Nothing. Coming back next week to see everything go right in the worst of times.